As you hear these words, as you imagine the meaning behind the words, as you begin to feel the meaning emerge, maybe you'll notice the shift already beginning. Because the truth is, when you focus on combining all these ideas, all these powerful, profound beliefs, truths, etched not in stone, but in fluid, living thought, and installing them unconsciously as your new operating system, it's already happening right now, even as you wonder how. Because once upon a moment that stretches across all time, a mind like yours began to awaken to the idea that what you focus on becomes real. And just like a mirror reflecting belief, your world, like liquid glass, ripples in response. And somewhere inside you, there's a younger you, standing at the edge of what was once limitation, looking into the unknown with wide eyes. That part of you now hears a whisper. Reality is malleable. Failure doesn't exist. Feedback is a gift. Let that whisper deepen to your voice now, and just like that, something uncoils and stretches into strength. Think of a moment you once called failure. Notice how your mind played it back. What if the frame cracked, reversed, and became your origin story? What if you rewatched that same scene, but this time you were laughing, because you know that moment was sculpting you into someone unstoppable. You're always growing. Problems contain their own solutions. Momentum is more powerful than perfection. As your mind wraps itself around those words like roots in rich soil, you realize pain was never the enemy. Pain was a prompt, a signal to rise, to move, to become. Let me show you something. Imagine an image, a vivid one. Maybe it's that time you froze, that time you shrank, that memory that used to own you. Now flip it, turn it backwards, make it a cartoon, make it black and white, speed it up until it's ridiculous. And now, put your favourite song behind it. Feel the shift. You're rewiring, reframing, reclaiming. And now install this. Your state controls your reality. Because posture changes presence, breath changes emotion, emotion changes everything. Breathe differently and you are different. Let's play a little further. Think of someone irresistibly magnetic, confident, calm, playful, charismatic. Now notice how they make others feel, not by words, but by presence. And imagine that energy is not borrowed, not learned, but remembered. Because it was yours all along. People mirror your energy. Confidence is certainty. Certainty is a frame. And the strongest frame wins. And here's the twist. You don't need permission to succeed. Because the door was never locked. You simply forgot it opened inward. And in this new frame, where love is energy, not transaction, where gratitude creates abundance, where detachment creates freedom, you're no longer chasing, you're radiating. You notice how a man with nothing but a shift in perspective can change a panic into power. How a woman breathing deeper can transform shame into laughter. How a single embedded belief like I'm enough rewrites 1,000 limiting scripts. You notice how a child once afraid of the dark grew up and learned the dark was not a threat but a canvas on which the stars were painted. You're now the painter. You're the brush. You're the light behind the stars. Imagine waking up tomorrow and instead of the old pattern, the hesitation, the doubt, the noise, you feel something new rising in you, a presence, a pulse, a knowing. I'm the master of internal change. My energy is magnetic. I see every obstacle as a gate I was born to walk through. Because emotions, they're meant to be felt, not feared. Processed, not suppressed. And in that space, where belief becomes bricks that build your identity, you're choosing new ones. Boldness creates reward. Self-approval is the final authority. The present moment is the only place where magic lives. And the voice guiding you now isn't mine, it's yours, emerging, clearer, louder, more certain. Live as if these beliefs are already true, because they are, because you are. because you always have been this. And maybe you've already forgotten what the problem was, or maybe it was never a problem, just a placeholder for power. A story rewrites itself, a memory reverses, a soul reclaims its throne. Because this is not a lesson, this is an activation. You're not learning this, you're becoming it. And what you become, the world mirrors.